Welcome to Planting Joy Garden. I came out early this morning to harvest some first fruit, and I thought I would talk to you about flower power in the garden and why you really absolutely have to have flowers if you want a successful garden. Okay, because every fruit comes from a flower. It all starts with flowers. Even our onions go to flower, and flowers have a very important role in our garden. So let's collect some first fruit and talk about flower power. First of all, you don't want any fruit to fully ripen on the plant because it'll tell the plant that it's okay to die back. You've released your seeds, you can reproduce. I just want to cut off my first fruit, and this is a Marconi pepper, and it doesn't have to be huge. You just want to give the plant some relief so it can focus in on maturing some of the other fruits that's on the plant. Okay, now I'm going to collect some shishito peppers. So shishito peppers should be about 3 inches. So this is perfect. But as you can see, this one is heavy laden with shishitos. And I notice with shishitos, it is prolific, but if you allow too many overripened fruit to stay, that the shishito will start dropping its blossoms. And we don't want that to happen. So I'm looking for some that are approaching 3 inches to give my plant a little relief. And I absolutely love these. These are one of my favorite peppers. They're great for picking. They're great for just snacking. They saute up very well. We'll give these another day. The remaining just to get maybe a little more girth. But you really want to come out and harvest these first fruits right away so that your plant will continue to produce. And you'll notice that the peppers start with a flower. Okay, let's check out some more peppers. I have another shishito here, and it has quite a number. Now, this one has really been dropping blossoms. And so I'm going to take these off, even though they're small, just so that my plant could work on retaining some of these other blossoms here. I'm also going to take some basil. But back to the subject of flower power. Now, flowers do amazing things for us. First of all, they're the perfect companion. When you plant flowers in your vegetable garden, you are inviting pollinators in that will actually pollinate your peppers and your tomatoes and your squash. You need those pollinators, and they're attracted by the flowers. Flowers help with biodiversity. They encourage the good bugs to come in to fight off the bad bugs, and they can help disguise the scent or sight of a desired vegetable. So we're going to also grab some thyme. Okay, so now I'm going to grab some thyme here. This is something I really need and have been needing for quite some time now. When you harvest thyme, and it does produce a beautiful flower, you never want to take more than a third of the plant. So I need a nice little bush, and I will put this in the kitchen. I will use some fresh. And this is the English thyme. I don't need lemon thyme at this moment. So here we have a nice amount of thyme here. Okay. So this is what we have so far. I have some thyme. I have my first fruit of peppers. I brought in some basil. Now let's just actually look at the flowers here. So here I have some yarrow. Yarrow is a wonderful companion plant for fruits and vegetables because it is not only medicinal, it's culinary. You can eat yarrows and it will not poison you. Another option would be things in the hibiscus family, and my hibiscus have not bloomed as of yet. Also, rose. You can let your rose fall off and leave the hips. Rose hips are a great aromatic addition to any tea. And we're going to swing around to my hydrangeas. And these, I believe, are absolutely beautiful. I love the size of my bush. Now, this can get up to 4 feet wide and 4 feet high, but you see the size of these blooms. These are like dinner plate size. I mean, these are what I would consider florist quality hydrangeas. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. So things like roses, yarrow, marigolds, sweet alyssums, hydrangeas, those are flowers, daylilies. They're non-toxic and safe for your vegetable garden. The other advantage of flowers is that you don't have to worry about companion planting. If you do a edible flower with any vegetable, it's a great companion. Or if you do, say, a herb and flowers with your vegetables. That's another idea of a great companion because herbs, all the herbs will flower. Herbs, flowers, and vegetables. If you have a flower in your garden, you got a great companion. Okay, let's take a look here. And as you can see right down there, I have marigolds. So I have marigolds stuck here and there. The smell is supposed to be offensive to a lot of the pests, particularly like deer and rabbit. They don't like the smell of marigolds. The roots of marigolds are beneficial in repelling nematodes in your soil. So often I have little marigolds planted in my potatoes. They have not flowered yet, but I do have marigolds in there for the sake of, protecting my soil. I have marigolds planted with my tomato plants. I also have black-eyed Susans that have yet to flower, but I also put black-eyed Susans on the edges because they attract a lot of bees. They are non-toxic and they're beautiful, so just to bring in the pollinators and bring in those great bugs. I also let my ornamentals go to flower, as in the case here with my hosta, because bumblebees really enjoy this. And I also noticed that these flowers also will attract hummingbirds, so I want to encourage them to visit my garden. And finally, hostas are non-poisonous and their flowers are non-poisonous. Common daylilies, the orange daylilies, are also edible. They're also a favorite food of the deer, so I allow them to grow so that the deer will have something to eat that's outside of my garden, keeping them on the outside. And as you can see, they are quite beautiful. So this is a short discussion about my superpower in my garden, my flowers. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day.